9 cases, all documented, all real. A woman who was streamed through the night because a live audience felt safer than being alone. A man followed for 4 months, who turned his camera around and faced it. A prison sentence that didn't end the contact. And a 22-year-old whose exact location was found through her own stream by someone who is studying the buildings in the background. Case 1. They came while she was sleeping. 10:51 p.m. 3 armed individuals entered the home of Kathleen Saragosa, known online as Amouranth. While she was asleep, they demanded access to her cryptocurrency account. When they could not obtain it quickly enough, they struck her with a firearm, with no safe way to call for help. She later explained that attempting a phone call in that moment would have been too dangerous. She posted to social media in real time, alerting her audience as it was happening. Her husband was elsewhere in the home. He fired on the suspect as they fled. She was transported to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. 3 teenagers, aged 16 to 19, were later arrested and charged with aggravated robbery and aggravated kidnapping. Investigators noted the attack appeared to be targeted, motivated by a publicly post in which she had disclosed significant cryptocurrency holdings. The question this case raises isn't just about security, it's about what it means when being open about your life. The very thing that makes someone successful as a creator becomes the information that puts them in danger. Case 2. The Last Stream. This is the case I want you to stay with. Airi Sato was 22 years old. She was live streaming her daily life on an app called Who Watch, walking through Tokyo, visiting neighborhoods, talking to her community. On the morning of March 11, 2025, she announced she would be streaming near Shinjuku Station. She didn't share her exact location, but someone was watching closely, and as she walked and filmed, a 42-year-old man named Kenji Takano, who had gotten to know her through her streams and had met her in person several times, recognized the buildings in the background of their footage. He had traveled 60 miles to Tokyo. He was carrying 2 knives. The viewers watching her stream heard her call for help. Then the connection went dark. In the chat, messages began appearing. Where did she go? Is she okay? Someone help. Bystanders in nearby offices heard the screaming. Authorities arrived. Airi Sato was transported to hospital with more than 30 stab wounds. She was pronounced dead. Takano was found standing at the scene and arrested immediately. He later told police he had lent her money she had not repaid and that he had not intended to kill her. Investigators confirmed it. He found her by watching her stream, by studying what was visible in the background, by recognizing a building, by doing, methodically and patiently, exactly what any viewer can do if they pay close enough attention. She was streaming her life, and that stream led someone directly to her. Case 3. He's still emailing from prison. In 2019, Twitch streamer Sora Kite began receiving emails from someone she didn't know. She reported the emails eventually stopped in 2021. Then, in 2021, that person was arrested for a serious violent crime against a family member. In October 2023, he was sentenced to life in prison. Most people would consider that the end of the story. In April 2025, Sora Kite revealed publicly that she had been receiving emails again, sent from inside that prison. He attempted contact in 2024 and then again in 2025. She discussed it on the stream with a nervous laugh that didn't quite reach her eyes. He's behind bars for the rest of his life, and he's still reaching. Case 4. She's my friend. It's okay. November 1, 2024, Camila, a content creator with over 200,000 followers, was live when she heard something hit her window. She assumed it was a prank. She kept streaming. Minutes later, someone attempted to break into her home while she was live, while her audience was watching. When officers responded, they found a man outside who kept repeating the same phrase, "She's my friend. It's okay." Police later noted that the individual had only appeared during her live broadcast, as if the act of her going live was in his mind an invitation, a signal she was available, present, waiting. He didn't know her. He had watched her, and in that watching built something that felt entirely real to him and was entirely dangerous to her. Case 5. The phone call at 2 a.m. It was 2 in the morning when Kayo's phone rang. Her mother's voice was barely holding together. She managed 4 words. "Your car is on fire." Kylie, known online as Justfoxii, was away on vacation, safe, physically, but her mother was inside the house when it happened. From her phone, miles away, she pulled up her home security camera and watched. A partially masked man walking calmly up to her Jaguar, placing something on the hood, setting it alight, then walking away, not running, walking, like nothing had happened. The man had traveled over 700 miles to get there. He was a Twitch viewer, later identified and arrested by Ohio State Police on charges of aggravated arson. The fire nearly spread to the house. Her mother was inside. Kylie posted the footage publicly. The internet watched it, commented on it, and moved on by the next morning. It's a stranger, isn't it? We spend so much time talking about internet dangers as if they're hidden somewhere in the dark web. But sometimes the real danger isn't hidden at all. It's just one person watching, a little too closely. Case 6, 4 months, same face, different city. Fitness streamer Spotty broadcasts his daily life IRL, running, training, moving through the city. For 4 months, a man followed him. Different days, different locations. Same face at the edge of the frame. On November 30, 2023, while broadcasting live in Taiwan, Spotty sat down at a shop and spotted him again. Instead of calling for help or cutting the scream, he turned the camera around slowly and said, "Hey everyone, want to meet my stalker? He's right there." The man didn't move, didn't flinch, sat in full fitness gear, completely still, staring back at the camera. That stillness is what makes this case different. It wasn't erratic, it wasn't panic, it was calm, deliberate and patient, the behavior of someone who had convinced themselves that what they were doing was completely reasonable. Case 7, 3 times, escalating. The first time, June 2023, a knock on the window, just a knock. The second time, 4 days before October 12th, the same person, banging this time. The third time, October 12th, an egg thrown at the glass. Twitch streamer Dellor documented all 3 incidents publicly and announced he would stop streaming until he could move to a new location. This case matters because nothing serious happened. No break-in, no confrontation, no injury, and yet the pattern is exactly what behavioral experts describe as the escalation cycle. Each visit bolder, each act slightly further past a line that should never have been crossed, is the mechanics of how the situations progress. And the reason why it wasn't that bad is rarely a safe conclusion. Case 8 is streaming so someone would see. One of the most followed creators in the world once spent an entire night doing something that nobody around her fully understood at the time. After becoming aware that someone connected to her had been to her home, she ran to her door, locked it, and opened her streaming software. She went live. Not because she wanted to create content, because she thought, if something happens to me tonight, at least it will be on camera. At least someone will see it. She streamed until sunrise. She also revealed that a person within the industry itself had been building a false public narrative, fabricating a romantic relationship with her to manipulate how her audience perceived her. That kind of threat doesn't show up on a security camera. There's no footage, no smoke, just a slow erosion of truth, designed by someone who decided they had a claim to her story. Her Apple Watch alarmed midstream once, just a health notification, and she visible froze. That's the part that matters. That's what months of this kind of pressure does to a person. Case 9, a man who wouldn't accept no. 3 of Twitch's most recognized streamers were out together, broadcasting live. A man in the crowd approached and asked one of them for her phone number. She declined. He followed them, then threatened to harm them. All of this happened on camera. Their audience watched it in real time as someone pursued and threatened the 3 well-known creators in public, in broad daylight. The situation was resolved. He was removed from the area. The clip circulated for a couple of days. What makes this case worth examining is the speed of escalation, from a simple no to a direct threat in a matter of minutes, and the fact that visibility being watched by thousands provide no real protection in the moment. Their audience was there, and they could only watch. 9 cases, 9 real people. All of them were just living their lives, on camera, in public, doing what creators do. What connects them isn't a platform or a genre, it's a boundary. The one between being watched and being known, between someone enjoying your content and someone who will stop at seeing the difference between the screen and real life. Most fans are just fans. That's true, and it matters. But these cases are documented, and the people in them are real. Maybe that's what makes this story so unsettling. Not because they're about famous streamers, but because they remind us how little we really know about the people on the other side of the screen. Every username belongs to a real person. Every stream belongs to a real life.